Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. Thank you for hanging out, spending a few moments here with me. If this is the first video that you're checking out, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Now today what we're going to do is talk about parts that you could actually take off of higher trim levels. Whether that's a Hellcat or a Dodge Demon, and put it onto your 5.7 or 392. Now, you know, there are aftermarket parts that are going to be a little bit more effective from a performance angle, but the idea of using OEM parts is the fact that you can get it for fairly cheap. You're not going to break the bank, and you're going to improve what's currently in existence right there. So this is in no particular order. This is just to give you guys an idea of some things that you could do to improve your 5.7 or 392. So the first thing is the most documented on this channel, which is taking a Hellcat, a Red Eye, or a Demon blower and putting it onto your 5.7 or 392. I'm not going to get too far in depth in there. There's an adapter kit. There's a whole bunch of documentation on actually executing this. I just uploaded a video showing a 392 up on the dyno. And there was a video of a 5.7 doing the same exact thing. Both of them showed about 150 wheel horsepower gain on only 6 pounds of boost. Obviously, if you want to crank it up a little bit more, you're going to have to drop in some forged pistons, you know, really kind of build up that motor to handle increased boost. A Hellcat's typically in the 12 pounds of boost, so you know, keep that in mind. Now the next thing that I want to talk about is something that's really not documented at all, and that is taking a Hellcat camshaft and putting it into your 5.7. Now, many people have seen the video of the 392 cam put into the 5.7, but you could actually take a Hellcat cam and put it into your 5.7 or 392. The idea is that it is spec'd for forced air. So if you are planning on running forced air, a Hellcat cam could potentially help you. There's one instance where I've seen it in a Ram truck, but it's not very documented at all. Not many people have done it. So that's number two. The third thing is taking a Demon torque converter and putting it into your 392 or 5.7. I know my buddy has done it. It's also labeled as a 1320 torque converter, but it's just a Dodge Demon torque converter. It'll work with any 8-speed, okay, and it's really not that expensive. Next thing is coupled with the torque converter, and that is the Demon springs. Now both the torque converter and the Demon springs I've seen being sold for about $1,500 as a package, but taking the Demon torque converter, Demon springs, and putting it into your 5.7 or 392 is a solid option. You're not going to gain any power obviously, but your 60-foot, your launching is going to drastically improve. And the last thing that I want to kind of hit on is the Hellcat Air Box. Now, many of the 5.7s and the 392s, what happens is we collect the air only through this inlet that goes into the air box and into the manifold and whatnot. Now, the Hellcat Air Box, what it will allow you to do is have some kind of an inlet for the front over here, and that's going to improve the intake temperatures a little bit. Nothing drastic, but it's also not the most expensive upgrade by any stretch of the imagination. There's a handful of other upgrades that you can do, taking the Hellcat and the Demon parts and putting it on your vehicle. Again, it's not in any kind of order. It's not in any kind of pricing or anything like that. So really, guys, just definitely let me know what you think in the comments below. I am definitely interested in the torque converter, the springs and whatnot, but just some ideas if you're looking to upgrade. A lot of you guys ask me what kind of hood that is. It's a Killer B by BMC Extreme. The only negative really is these little scoops. They let quite a bit of the water in. The engine bay, I ended up blocking this one off. So what happens is a lot of the water kind of filters into this area right here. So after it rains, I just have to lift the hood up, and it just kind of just drains out. It's no big deal. All the water gets stored right up here. So there's channels in these vents, and all the channels lead to this right up here. So after a rain, you gotta make sure you get all the water out. But I'll tell you, overall, this is it's a lighter hood. It was a super easy install, wasn't overly expensive, and I'll tell you that the temperatures within the engine bay are much better over a stock RT hood. I don't know how much better it is over a Hellcat hood. If you have a Hellcat hood, I don't think it would be over that much worth it. But a Scatpack hood, I believe, only has the scoop here. Is a little bit bigger than that, but I don't think it would be that drastic of a difference. But I love the look. That thing is seriously loud, isn't it?